When the national NAEP scores were announced recently, educators were very alarmed. Reading scores among third graders had plummeted and math scores fell for the first time ever. Remote learning as a result of the COVID pandemic was blamed, but of course, different states and districts closed schools for different lengths of time. How did Oklahoma students fare and what's being done to make up for this learning loss? Jason Doyle joins us with more on that. Jason.
Rich, those results you just mentioned come from the National Assessment of Educational Progress's long-term trend reading and mathematics assessment for 9-year-olds nationwide. In Oklahoma, the pandemic did impact learning, and schools are working in various ways to make up for losses. And there's an early indication it's working.
Let's look at the very top sentence. What does it say?
Oklahoma educators expected to see a learning loss during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021. Since millions in federal funds have flooded into school districts around our state, it seems programs put into place are helping students show early signs of improvement.
We expected scores to go down in 21 because kids had been in and out for a year and a half with disruptions. But in 22, we're actually seeing modest improvements in all content areas. So math, English language arts, and science, we're seeing an improvement.
According to the Department of Education, when academic performance is compared from 2021 to 2022, students improved by 3% in math, 2% in English language arts, and 1% in science. It's a little early to see what programs have produced the best results, but with final reporting of spring assessments in the weeks ahead, districts will better learn what challenges their students are facing.
It'll be the next few weeks and months that we will work with schools and districts to really interrogate that data, really understand and unpack it, to understand what's working, what we can kind of improve upon, and where we go from here.
Because participation in assessments and other testing was limited during the pandemic, progress on a statewide level is hard to measure. However, the State Department of Education did help districts take a look at what they could find out from the data they had on hand.
It really got down to the local level, to bring teams out there to the districts and the schools to really help them understand what other data do they have to help contextualize the student's experience, because we know no two students have the same experience, even in the same classroom.
One of the programs is increasing the number of school counselors.
We invested around $35 million in that particular program. That infused additional personnel, 201 counselors in Oklahoma schools.
While having additional counselors helps with mental health needs for students, it also translates into dividends for achievement because those counselors who are already on staff can focus on helping students achieve more on academics.
What that really means is they can help students identify their needs and then ensure they have the additional supports that they might need academically. But they can also work really closely with classroom teachers to identify sort of patterns of needs and infuse that academic support at the school level.
The State Department of Education also teamed up with Donors Choose to help teachers fund classroom learning projects. The state put in $6 million toward the effort.
More than 7,500 Oklahoma classroom teachers were awarded funds in 1,411 schools. That's 462 school districts that received this funding. And it provided things like classroom materials or perhaps other resources that teachers might need to provide academic support to teachers.
Thanks to $5 million in federal funding, students are offered additional math tutoring as well.
Already the students felt more confident with mathematics. As far as families shared with us that 84% of the families believed their students' understanding of mathematics had increased due to the program.
While the state's tutoring program is showing results, parents do have the option of private tutors or other after-school programs.
But if parents want to go out on their own to try to find an independent tutor or somebody to try to help their kiddos along, what should they do? What do they need to look for?
So I think the number one thing that's important to note is that there's no magic wand. There's no one size fits all answer for anyone. I think my follow-up question would be, how old is the kid? What topics or, subjects are they struggling with?
The Oklahoma Partnership for Expanded Learning specializes in after-school programs which break off from the normal instruction. For example, a STEM program might be more hands-on than what a traditional classroom might be.
Even though it seems like kids are having fun and they're doing experiments. Like that has a direct correlation with their understanding of science, of math and technology. And the learning might look different.
Another state program which gives elementary teachers the tools to make sure their students are reaching standards is the Science of Reading Academy.
What this program provides is an opportunity for 10,000 elementary teachers, K through 3, to go through 2 years of intensive professional development to help them understand what challenges students might have early when they're learning to read and how to overcome those challenges.
While some teachers are going into their second year of the Science of Reading Academy and others are just beginning, they're still able to apply what they're learning in their classrooms. And these efforts seem to be paying off because many Oklahoma students have kept their performance up to academic standards over the past year.
We saw about 70% of our kids that maintained or improved their performance level in ELA and in math. So we're really encouraged to see that they might not have just flipped over to the proficient level, but we are seeing improvements or they've been able to maintain their performance level.
We'll get another snapshot of how Oklahoma students are performing next week when the National Assessment of Educational Progress, or NAEP, will issue the state breakdowns for reading and math.